Did you know that growing old doesn't have to mean growing inflamed? Most people think that chronic pain, fatigue, joint stiffness, and low-grade inflammation are inevitable parts of aging. But new scientific evidence is challenging that belief. In fact, researchers have found communities of people living today who do not experience increased inflammation as they age. These are people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who remain strong, sharp, and mobile without suffering from the inflammation-related diseases we consider normal. In the modern world, how is this possible? The secret lies in a powerful concept called inflammaging and the even more powerful lifestyle choices that can prevent it. In today's video, we are going to explore what inflammaging is and why it matters, how modern lifestyles increase inflammation with age, what indigenous hunter-gatherer tribes are doing differently, and how you, starting today, can apply their time-tested natural strategies to your life, no matter your age or where you live. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. What is inflammaging? Let's start by defining a term you may not have heard before: inflammaging. Inflammaging is a term used by scientists to describe the chronic, low-grade inflammation that develops with age, even in the absence of infection or disease. You may not feel it right away, but over time, this quiet inflammation can contribute to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's disease, and even cancer. It's like a slow-burning fire in the body, constantly smoldering, gradually damaging tissues, and accelerating aging. Most people over 60 are living with some level of inflammaging, even if they don't realize it. But here's the good news: inflammaging is not inevitable. It's a result of how we live. And that means we have the power to change it. Chapter 2. What causes inflammaging? So what causes this hidden fire inside the body? Several lifestyle and environmental factors contribute to inflammaging. 1. Poor diet. Processed foods, added sugars, and refined carbs promote inflammation. Omega-6 heavy oils, like corn and soybean oil, fuel inflammatory responses. Low fiber intake prevents the body from cleaning out toxins. 2. Physical inactivity. Sedentary behavior reduces circulation and slows immune response. Muscle loss leads to insulin resistance and systemic inflammation. 3. Chronic stress. Long-term stress raises cortisol, which keeps the body in a state of alert. Over time, cortisol causes immune dysfunction and cellular breakdown. 4. Environmental toxins. Air pollution, household chemicals, plastics, and pesticides all increase oxidative stress. 5. Sleep deprivation. Poor or short sleep increases levels of pro-inflammatory markers. 6. Gut health imbalance. A damaged or unbalanced gut microbiome causes inflammation throughout the body. In other words, our modern lifestyle, our food, our pace, our surroundings is literally aging us from the inside out. Chapter 3. The shocking discovery: indigenous people don't inflammage. Now here's where things get fascinating. Researchers from multiple international universities studied aging among indigenous groups, particularly the Tsamaan people of the Bolivian Amazon and the Orang Asli of Malaysia. What they found shocked the scientific community. Despite high exposure to bacteria and infections in their environment, these people did not experience an increase in inflammatory markers with age. In fact, they showed some of the lowest rates of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and Alzheimer's disease ever recorded. How is this possible? Their bodies are exposed to constant microbial stress from nature, yet their inflammation levels stay stable. The answer isn't found in medications, supplements, or modern technology. It's found in how they live. Chapter 5. Applying hunter-gatherer wisdom in modern life. You may not live in the jungle or forage for tubers, but you can still adopt many of these anti-inflammatory habits right at home. Here's how. Eat more like they do. Choose whole, unprocessed foods. Load up on vegetables, fruits, beans, and seeds. Eat wild-caught fish, pastured eggs, and lean meats. Reduce or eliminate added sugars, processed oils, and white flour. Aim for at least 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. Move daily and naturally. Walk after meals. Do light housework, gardening, or stretching. Use stairs instead of elevators. Try Tai Chi, yoga, or gentle mobility training. Don't sit for more than 30 minutes without moving. Spend time in nature. Walk outside every day, even if just for 10 minutes. Get sunlight on your skin in the early morning. Breathe fresh air. Open your windows. Reduce toxins in your environment. Use non-toxic cleaning products. Avoid plastic containers for food. Choose organic when possible. Filter your water and improve indoor air quality. Improve gut health. Eat fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, or sauerkraut. Take a probiotic supplement after consulting your doctor. Include prebiotic fibers like garlic, onions, leeks, and oats. Sleep like nature intended. Go to bed at the same time each night. Avoid screens at least 1 hour before bed. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Limit caffeine after noon. Chapter 6: A New Vision for Aging. The biggest lesson we can take from these findings is this: aging doesn't have to mean decline. The people of the Tsimane and Orang Asli communities grow older without losing their vitality. Not because they found a miracle cure, but because they live in tune with nature and their biology. You don't need to live in the Amazon to benefit from this wisdom. You just need to make a conscious choice to return to simple, foundational habits. Eat real food. Move your body. Get sunshine. Sleep deeply. Stay connected to the earth and to each other. Chapter 7: What happens when traditional tribes adopt Western lifestyles? One of the most striking findings in aging research comes not just from comparing traditional and modern lifestyles, but from watching what happens when traditional people begin adopting modern behaviors. In the case of the Tsimane and other similar groups, researchers observed that when even small elements of the Western lifestyle, like processed foods or sedentary habits, creep in, the protective effects start to disappear. When indigenous people moved closer to towns and began consuming processed flour, sugar, oils, and packaged snacks, researchers noted a dramatic rise in inflammation, obesity, and cardiovascular markers. That's how powerful lifestyle is. The minute you introduce processed seed oils, sugary drinks, reduced daily movement, air pollution, less sleep, and screen exposure, the body begins to react. Chronic inflammation begins to rise, and with it, the risks we've discussed: heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, cognitive decline, and more. This tells us that aging outcomes are not predetermined by genetics alone. They are shaped, largely, by daily choices. Chapter 8: The Western Paradox: We have medicine but not prevention. Here's something to think about. In the modern world, we have more access to medications, hospitals, and supplements than ever before in history. Yet, chronic illness is higher than it's ever been. How is it that a tribal elder in the jungle, with no access to pharmacies, can walk for miles, farm their food, and live to 80 with minimal inflammation, while a senior in a major city with full access to modern healthcare can't walk without pain? The answer lies in prevention versus treatment. Hunter-gatherer lifestyles prevent disease by aligning with how the human body evolved. Modern systems treat disease after it appears, often with side effects, costs, and diminishing returns. It's not that we shouldn't value medicine, but true wellness, especially in aging, is not built in a pharmacy. It's built in your kitchen, your movement patterns, your mindset, and your daily habits. Chapter 9: Inflammaging and Mental Health. Inflammaging doesn't just affect the body, it affects the brain. Studies now show that low-grade inflammation in older adults is strongly linked to depression, anxiety, memory loss, cognitive decline, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. In fact, Brain fog and emotional fatigue are often early signs of systemic inflammation. People may think they are just getting older, when in reality, their brain is inflamed. But again, research shows that anti-inflammatory habits, like daily movement, whole foods, quality sleep, and reduced sugar, can significantly reduce mental health symptoms in older adults. So fighting inflammaging is not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding clarity, calm, confidence, and joy to those years. Chapter 10, The Bigger Message, Returning to the Wisdom of Simplicity. At its core, this topic is about reclaiming the lost wisdom of simplicity. The further we drift from natural rhythms, the more we disconnect from our food, our land, our movement, and even our rest, the more we suffer. Hunter-gatherer societies aren't magical. They simply live in a way that honors the biological rules we were all designed to follow. And while we may live in modern homes and cities, we still carry ancient bodies that thrive when nourished naturally, move daily, and allowed to rest fully. Aging is not the enemy, but disconnection is. This is the message we must embrace if we want to age not just longer, but better. Conclusion. You have more control over your health than you've been told. Inflammaging is not a sentence, it's a signal. And now, you have the tools to change the story. Let today be the first step in rewriting how you age. White heavy checkmark. Start by adding more fiber to your meals. White heavy checkmark. Go for a 20-minute walk outdoors. White heavy checkmark. Get better sleep tonight. Small changes, when made consistently, create radical improvements over time. If you found value in this video, please thumbs up, sign, like it to help others find this important message. Bell, subscribe to our channel for more senior wisdom and health tips. Speech balloon and comment below. What's one change you'll make this week to reduce inflammation and age better? Let's build a movement where growing older means growing wiser, stronger, and more alive than ever before. You deserve to age with power, not pain. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.